What's up, everybody? This is Terminator Juice, and we're doing a live Google Plus Hangout here. I'm joined by Francis from Player Essence, PE Nintendo on YouTube. What's up, man?
What up? What up?
All right, so real quick, got a little time this morning. I thought I'd give my Mario Kart 8 impressions, and then go into some stuff I've been seeing on the forums relating to Mario Kart and Watch Dogs, and kind of get into that. So first off, Mario Kart 8 came out. Everybody on my friends list, it seems like, is playing it every time I got on the Wii U in the last 2 days. So that's awesome. I can't remember a game so far on the Wii U that everybody's been playing at the same time, and the network seems to be holding up fairly well. I think I had one or two disconnects so far, but it's awesome. Great experience so far. How you feeling
Can
about
I
it?
chime in right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, my friends list is full because Nintendo only allows 100
Hmm.
friends, and at one point I saw 45 people on my friends list playing Mario Kart 8. That's insane. That is far more than Donkey Kong, Super Mario 3D World,
Oh
any
yeah.
other game at this point that's been released. I think the highest I've ever seen, I remember seeing about maybe 19 or 18 people playing Super Mario 3D World, but I mean, I nearly had half of my friends list playing Mario Kart 8. This game's going to have the most insane attach rate ever, so.
Yeah, it's. I saw. I think it was Active Gamer Life. He had like 20 plus friends, and every single one of them was on Mario Kart 8. He did a video. Speaking of friends, I want to address something. I get a lot of people asking if I'll add them just randomly on YouTube on my videos and stuff. And I kind of have a policy I've been doing since the 360 with Xbox Live and my other YouTube channel where I do motorcycle vids. I tried adding people that I didn't have any interaction with, just people that watch my videos and stuff. And it seems like I forget, like, as soon as I add them, then maybe I play with them like a month later, and I can't remember who they are association with their YouTube profile or something. So I like to try to add people that I've had interactions with, whether it be just a 5 comment interaction or actual discussion like with you or with anyone else I've talked to personally. So anyone watching this now or on the replay, if I've had some kind of interaction with you and we had something in common or we had some common ground or something, I don't have a problem adding something like that. But just I didn't want to fill up my friends list with 100 people I didn't know, and then you get all the notifications on your Wii remote. You get the blue light flashing constantly for people signing on. So I just wanted to kind of explain that why I haven't added some people that have requested that so far. I mean, it's just the way I feel about it, and no offense to anyone, and just how I am. But anyway, let's get on to.
Terminator Juice is antisocial, everybody. There we
Yeah, I mean,
go.
I've added a couple people, and then the thing with the Wii U is with Mario Kart 8, it shows their me name instead of their gamer ID, so that causes a little bit of confusion too because I had a guy I knew him by his me character, and then when I later on I saw this other name show up says so and so's online, and I'm like, who the heck is that? But then I went to his profile, I was like, oh, that's him. And that was one of the things I want to talk about after just going over all the good things and all the like good stories I already have after 2 days of owning this game.
Hmm.
There's like 3 minor things that I would change, and hopefully they might add to make this game just like almost perfect. I mean, there's a few little things like I said, but um, I'll let you go first. What's your impressions owning the game, playing it online, playing it solo? So far, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, and I'm actually playing it right now as we speak. That's the
Nice,
reason why I said I can't have my camera on.
nice.
I'm actually playing right now and talking at the same time. I can do at this point. I can do both though. It's not a big deal. But my impressions are it's really good. I'm on Cloud Top Cruise right now,
Hmm.
so the graphics are really beautiful, especially on this stage. Oh man, I almost got hit by a bomb. But it's one of those things where it's like I've been playing, and I just really feel that this game is it's like the type of quality that you just don't get from any other company.
Hmm.
You know, it's the little attention to detail that I've seen, as far as even like handling different characters and just the different parts. Like on the mode, like I use the sports bikes, like the different like wheels and different stuff. There's so many good customization options and so many varied levels, like with the anti-gravity. I'm really just having a blast. So a lot of good things. But I guess we'll talk about some of the stuff that they can improve later.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. So my initial impressions are, it's just you don't get this type of game anywhere else. I mean, like, you know, I'm done with doing numbered reviews, like as far as like giving them like a score. So we're gonna get a player essence review on Mario Kart 8, but it's not gonna be like, you know, 9 out of 10 or anything like that. We're gonna come up with a different system, me and Jimmy Butterworth. But overall, it's just you can't get a game like this anywhere else. Nobody else makes games like this. So
That's exactly it. And I think if I had to sum the game up in one word, it would be fun. Just pure,
yeah.
just fun. I mean, there's no better way to describe it. And you know, not every game has to be just fun. You know, there's some times when you want to play something that's a little more serious or something. You know, get into the story. But when it comes down to it, fun is the number one thing. Games were invented for. Like, it's why we play. I mean, if you're not having fun, there's no reason to play a game. And
Yeah.
last night I had 3 friends come over. We played 4-player split screen for 2.5 hours straight.
Oh, how was that?
Oh, it's awesome, dude. There was we tried 150cc, but a couple guys, they're PC gamers and they haven't used controllers much in a long time. So we dropped down to 100cc and we played with the computer. It was just the GP, and you can unlock it. You know, the coin unlocks still count. So it's easier. You get 4 times the coins because
Nice.
you got 4 people racing. So it's a good way to unlock stuff. I didn't notice the 30 frames a second that much. I mean, the visuals still look pretty damn good. It's funny how it's amazing, really, how good that game still 4-player split screen. And I got a 65-inch TV, so that helps. I wouldn't probably want to play split screen on like a small like 40-inch TV or something, but we had a great time. There was a couple moments where guys were jumping out of their seats like at the finish line with like turtle shells narrowly missing us, and people passing. There was one, it was so close, and unfortunately the Mario Kart TV replay didn't have the right angle, but it was so close. The dude jumped off the couch, and he was like stomping his feet with excitement. And honestly, I can't remember a time since N64 days of that happening, or maybe Smash on the GameCube. But just everyone was having a blast. You know, getting mad because they got hit with the shell at the last second, but everyone's laughing, and it was right then and there. I knew that this game was something special. It wasn't just your average, another Mario Kart game. And a lot of people all the haters like to say, just another Mario Kart. It was a blast. So that's the split screen stuff. Playing solo, I went through 50cc. Unlocked Rosalina was my first unlocked character.
Nice.
And, I didn't realize she was a heavy character, so she's a little sluggish. So
yeah,
right
because she's like freaking 7 foot tall. Rosalina is huge. Just compare her model to Daisy and Peach.
I should have known that. She's twice the size of Mario on Galaxy. She's got an awesome trick set, though. I had a couple. I was going through the slow motion replay, and I was uploading pics to Facebook to my friends, and I got this sweet shot of this. The sport bike was completely sideways. Rosalina's upside down, jumping on. It was the Game Boy Advance Mario Circuit 3, I think, with the elevated platform, and nice. Dude was like, "Oh my God, that game looks amazing." He's an Xbox guy, and he's like, "I gotta play this game soon." So he's gonna be over within the next week. We're gonna play, but yeah, it's just a great game. The depth in the controls, like the sport bikes.
Can I intervene real quick? Do you think he's gonna buy a Wii U for the game?
He's saving up for a Subaru. He's 22 years old, and he's working 2 jobs so he could afford to buy a Subaru WRX, kind of like the car I have. So I don't know, but he is known to buy a toy here or there. He's thinking about buying a GoPro camera, but maybe I can push him. That's why I invited the people I did over last night, because two guys were PC gamers. The other guy had a Wii and it broke, and he's kind of went to the 360. So I was strategically picking who I had come over, trying to give them a little taste and hopefully plant a seed for them getting Wii U's.
Maybe down the line, maybe
Yeah.
down the line, like when Smash Bros. Comes out, there'll be two games that they can pick
Yeah,
up.
because the one guy he loves Smash on the Wii and the GameCube. So yeah, that was kind of part of my plan. The other guy I really wanted to get over. He's a huge Mario Kart fan, and I knew if he played it, he would have to go buy it. But he won't answer his phone because I think he doesn't want to spend the money right now, so he didn't want to be tempted. But it's just amazing how just seeing everyone. I wish I would have had a camera in the room of people that when they were jumping out of their chairs and stuff at the end of those races, and that would have been cool to upload to show people, this. And they're all like 30 years old and old. Like I'm 35. The youngest guy I think is 28, and we all had a blast. And
Nice. Good
I mean,
stuff.
it's just a great game. I mean, anyone who says otherwise just doesn't like to have fun, and they're just lying to themselves or they haven't played it. Anyone that says it's not fun. So
I also want to just say one more thing.
Mhm.
I think people, one of the biggest things about like the Wii U and like with Mario Kart is like people talk about how it's like not powerful enough, but I think if you look at a game like this, you're like, it's powerful enough to run like to make it look this good. It's powerful enough. It might not be like the most powerful, but it's powerful enough in my opinion. Like especially like looking at Mario Kart 8. And Digital Foundry, they're so full of BS. You cannot notice like I'm trying to notice like a frame skip where there is no way that they can notice that. That is the biggest line of BS I've ever heard. I can notice one frame for a second. No, you can't. I just want to say that too.
Why does they said it only happens with the AI opponents. Like
yeah, I'm playing with AI right now. There's not like, oh, there's a frame skip. Oh, wait, oh no, it's 59. Oh wait, no, it's 60. Like there's no way. Like while you're racing, there's no way they can notice it. And I'm totally thinking that they're lying just to make their story sound better, because it's like, oh well, fine, so now we have to make something to go with it. But I mean, like I said, I did a Player Since Cross Nintendo. It actually just got done uploading.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and like I said, I like Digital Foundry for the most part. I always post their stuff, whether it's positive or negative with Nintendo. I always post Digital Foundry stuff because they're really unique. But on that one, I'm going to call just BS, just because there's no way they can notice that it's 59. There's no way they can notice.
No, if they would have said something beforehand, they wouldn't have been posting this game's rock solid before. And the one thing everyone misses though is they gave that game a glowing reviews. Even the visuals, they just were raving about it. And
that's true.
Everyone pointed out the 59 frames and the 720p, but and the funny thing is that they said any other game company this wouldn't even been mentioned, but because of Nintendo's high standards, and they said every game they've tested has been such high quality that they thought it was worth mentioning, because it was the first time it wasn't a game that stayed at 60.
And I don't have a problem with that. And like I said, I read the whole thing. That's true. They were praising the game. They were praising it left and right. My problem was with the guy that said he can notice it. That was the biggest issue I had, because that's just not true. He's trying to justify his writing, or I don't know what he's trying to do with that. Everything else, like when they're saying that it wasn't as polished, that no anti-aliasing, I have no problem with those complaints and saying that it's not as. That's fine. That's what they do. They analyze the graphics and see where it can be better and stuff like that. I just had an issue with him saying, "Oh, I can clearly notice this." No, you couldn't.
Yeah, I agree with that.
then don't hook up your machine and tell me when it runs at 55. How about that?
Yeah, let's see it happen. Have him record it, and then have him say when it's happening, and then
exactly. There's no way he can, because he knows that's BS. He needs the machine to tell him that.
So yeah, that's the only problem I had with it. And then the comments, the people that were just jumping on it, like, come on, it's 59. It's like, it's so stupid. But
yeah, I got into a nice discussion with some people about that. They're like, oh yeah, I'd be able to notice when I'm playing.
Yeah,
Superman, no, you wouldn't.
But did you notice I got a new poster right there yesterday?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got
Skyward
I was
Sword there?
Yep, that's the only Zelda one. They had a Ocarina of Time, but it was like a artistic um, rendering. It wasn't that good, so that was the one I get. There's not a lot of other video games on there either, other than like Call of Duties and Battlefield. So I guess I'm gonna stick with just Nintendo theme since I said I was gonna get other ones, but there's nothing really good on there. But yeah, I'm really happy with them. Like I said in my video, anyone that wants a high quality poster, they're really nice. So yeah, so let's skip or go to some minor complaints. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna sit here and be a Nintendo fan and fanboy out and say that this game's perfect. There's just a couple minor things, and I mean minor, that I have. I'll go over those and then see if you agree or if you have any others. So we talked about the size of the download and the compressed music and stuff, and the music's good, but the problem is, and I mean most people probably won't care, is the music's not very loud in the matches. Like when I turned up the volume, it increased the noise of the items, like the boxes when they're what do you call it, like the slot machine before you get the item, and when you do the tricks you get that high pitched noise. That stuff overshadows the awesome music,
Mm.
and especially I was expecting with those live music tracks I really wanted to hear some of those things, but the sound effects kind of drown out the quality of the music. So if there was like a slider adjustment they could add where I could turn down the sound effects and turn the music up, for me personally, I think that would be cool. That's a really minor complaint, but it is a little bit of a shame for me, with that music that we were talking about, how awesome, all those music tracks they did in the Nintendo Direct where they, showed the live band playing them and stuff. Um, Really minor. And then a friend of mine got the game, and we were sitting in the friends lobby. Like he created a private match, and I joined him, and we were talking because that's the only place you can do voice chat. If there was just a button right there to bring up your friends list and invite people to come join your private match,
Hmm.
and then an on-screen notification to the person you sent it to, we wouldn't have any complaints with that whole online system. It's just you can't even look at your friends list while you're sitting in that. So you have to use text messaging or Skype or some other form to get everyone organized. And I think it's a real missed opportunity, and hopefully something that they might think about patching or adding a feature there. And then the last thing dealing with online is just if you're in a tournament and it's friends only, you can't do the voice chat in the lobby. So that's another real shame because it's friends only. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to talk in between matches, and so those really are the only complaints that I have with the game.
Wait, let me ask you a question. You said if it's
If you go
friends
to the
only,
tournaments, you can set up a tournament that's friends only, not open to the public.
yeah, you can't voice chat in friends
No,
only?
it's only in the private match in the friends. You go to friends and you go to create room. That's the only voice chat. Only place you can voice chat.
Man, that's really weird.
Yeah, that's I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
No, it
Like they
doesn't.
just created that friends that separate private match is the only way it activates the little microphone. So I hopefully they'll consider changing that in the
I
future.
think I think that's also another reason why, from a system-wide level, if you do it system-wide, then
Hmm.
you won't have any of these problems in any like you don't even have to worry about it in
Exactly.
games. And that's the biggest thing that they need to do is just from a system-wide be able to do that. But I don't want to get too far off topic. I'll get to my little gripes here and there.
Hmm.
But you know, me and my brother were talking about this the other day, and we were talking about how um, well, I was talking about. I was like, can the Wii U? One question that I want to know is, can the Wii U even like? Is the system built for that though? Can it do all the different like multitasking? Because obviously, like a party chat would be like a multitasking, you know,
Hmm.
with lots of different people. Can it even do that? I mean, that's the thing that I don't think anybody has even answered. Some people said, oh well, it has one gigabyte of RAM. True, it does have 1 GB of RAM, but is it built for multitasking like that? Because if you notice, all of the Wii U stuff, it can do one thing really good at a time, but like everything is separate. Like you look at the apps, like you like the friends list is not, it's not something that's just integrated. It's like a separate app that has to boot up. Miiverse, separate, that has to boot up. Everything is separate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me think, is the system even built for multitasking? I don't know if the system's built for multitasking, and especially hosting that many people. I mean, why haven't they done it? Why is the video chat, all you have to
One-on-one.
go into like a video chat and that's all you can do? Why can't, I mean, I don't understand why they even make it if the system wasn't really built for that. And that's the problem for the people who built the system. I'm not sure if they built the system right for these type of communication features, which, I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and try to justify it. That sucks. I don't like it. So what do you think about that? And then I'll talk about my Mario.
Okay. Yeah, I think you might be right with it being able to do separate things, because yeah, you're in the video chat. That's what you're doing. You can't like boot up a game and play that while you're chatting. So
Mhm.
it's a 3-core processor, 1 gig of RAM. It might affect the game if it was doing that. But the thing I'm thinking is, if you're not going to do it system wide, do what Call of Duty does. Get Treyarch in there to show them how to do it if they need to, because they implemented a great system of chat, on-screen notifications. It has a text messaging system built into the game. As long as the other person's on Call of Duty, you can text message back and forth. That's separate from the Miiverse.
Mhm.
They might have to just get somebody in there that's a little more experienced and do that. But like even a text messaging system, you don't have to. If you're sitting there, 2 guys, 3 guys in a private match or the lobby, and just quickly bring up a screen, use your gamepad to type a quick message, hey, you want to join us, and send, something like that. I know it can do that because Call of Duty does it, so I know
Yeah.
the system can do that. But like a full-on private chat, private party chat system, it might not be able to. You might be right, but I'm not very good with that technical stuff, so I'm not sure. But it seems unlikely that it's made to be able to do that at this point.
I agree with you as far as the tech. I don't see why they couldn't. They know it. I mean, I don't even know if they have to go and get Treyarch. It's just Nintendo not wanting to do it. It's just simply not wanting. Like, for example, I don't know if you read that interview about like the GameSpy shutdown or whatever, the servers,
Mm-hmm.
the two, like, there was like 2 teams, like, or whatever, from Nintendo, and they got into an argument about whether to add messaging, and all that stuff into Smash Bros. And there was people who didn't want to do it, and then there was people who did. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I'm not sure if, like, I'm not saying that that's what happened with Mario Kart, but there's just people at Nintendo, people who were making the game, they just decided, we don't want to do this.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it. It's like, we just don't feel like doing it. We don't think it's important, so we don't want to do it, And like, that's the biggest problem. And that's the problem I have with some of Nintendo's developers, is like they'll just focus on other things and they don't want to focus on all the other stuff. And that's how it is with a lot of their games, a lot of Nintendo's first party games. Even on the Wii, there was stuff like online that the Wii could do online, but they just felt like, nah, we're good. We're all right. Just play the game. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying the online isn't awesome, because it's really good. It's solid. There's no lag. I mean, it works great. So just a couple tweaks here, add a few things, and I think it would keep the online community flourishing for a longer period of time, and instead of just sitting there, playing. Even if your friend joins you, like, if people don't know, I can go play a regional or worldwide match, and then anyone on my friends list can see I'm online. They can join me. You'll probably have to spectate while I'm finishing a race, and then the next race you can get in, and then you could race, and you got friends racing with other people around the world or whatever. But the only way to communicate is that, like I said, I was text messaging with them, saying, hey, join me. I'm in a race. But he could see I was, and so there are some good features there. I mean, it's definitely an improvement over Mario Kart Wii, and Mario Kart 7 I can't say, because I didn't have any. I don't know anybody that had a 3DS at the time, and I didn't have anybody on my friends list, so I can't compare it to that. So other than what we're talking about, it's a great online experience. So I don't want anybody to think we're saying it isn't good,
Yeah,
because it
I'm
is.
not saying that. I mean, it does have the join game feature, which is
Hmm.
good, and it does have like another thing to where you can view Miiverse posts. Like you
Hmm.
could just like go right into your Miiverse post from right there.
Hmm.
So it does have that to where you can like where you don't actually have to boot up the whole Miiverse or press the the home button and go into that. But
Hmm.
yeah, there's a couple things that they could do to make it a little bit better. But just getting to my gripes real quick with the game. Overall. I do think that as far as like yeah, I just kind of like the online things. I kind of mirror what you said there. As far as the music goes, I know you have it connected to uncompressed sound as far as like with the HDMI, right? With
Hmm.
the surround
Yeah.
sound. So yeah, so I have a completely different experience because I'm just running mine stereo through my surround sound because mine doesn't have an HDMI output because I got mine in 2006.
Hmm.
So mine doesn't have that, so I'm not having quite that issue, but I can see what probably what you're talking about there. Probably something with the compression that they messed up on, I think.
Or
Um,
yeah, or it could be like the center channel is getting too much signal to it, because in anything else, it's my levels are all set right, but it could be like I might even try like putting something over my center channel speaker and see if that's where all those high pitched sounds are coming from. But
mm,
um, so yeah, maybe that's just limited to anyone running a HDMI setup. So.
yeah. Well, really, I mean, that's really the biggest gripes I have is basically just with the online. I mean, other than that, there's not really much. I know people have talked about like battle mode, but battle mode sucks in my opinion. Even if you had normal, I just don't think battle mode's very good. So if there was a gripe that I had or that I have is yeah, battle mode still sucks.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's the gripe that. But I always think I would rather have them make a whole separate mode instead of battle mode. Just do something completely different. Bring back the mission mode. That was from 7.
Yep.
Bring back that, or I think Mario Kart DS had that too. Bring back mission mode. Bring back more options. Maybe online mission mode.
Hmm.
To where you can play with your friends, mission mode, or something like that. I'd take that over battle mode. But I mean, battle mode's classic, so
Yeah, I
what?
mean, I think if they had some arenas in there, I think it has potential. We did try battle mode, and none of us could figure out the quick turnaround. I don't know. I didn't read what it's how you're supposed to do it. We were just trying different things, and we kind of gave up on it after four matches.
Mhm.
I think arenas could help, especially with um, online and stuff. I think it would add
Yeah.
to the life of the game. I would definitely check it out if they added some battle arenas and with DLC. Yeah, but the time trials is addicting. I
Yes.
was
Very
super
good.
tired, and I was like, I'll try time trials. And then I did one of the Nintendo, ghosts for that track, and I played for like almost a half hour until I beat that. That was like before I was really playing the game. It was probably 2 hours into the game, so I hadn't mastered the controls yet. So I had a little trouble beating a couple of the ghosts, but that's really fun. The random unlocks, it definitely gives you some incentive to play another single player game. Because I got like 3 or 4 characters left to unlock and a bunch of carts that I've seen people use online that I don't have. So I'm definitely gonna play that until I get everything unlocked, and then it's gonna be online tournaments and stuff like that from here on out. But real quick about the tournaments, I got a birthday party for my niece today, so I won't be able to join your PE tournament at 3 o'clock Eastern time. I think it's noon Pacific
Oh
time.
yeah, so everybody's watching. I do have a tournament going on. Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 12 p.m. Pacific. I think that's 2 Central. So yeah, and if you go on playersens.com, you'll see I have it stuck to the top post, so you'll see it there. You need a code to get in, but you just click on the picture and you'll see the story, and you can just get the code and join in. And it'll be from 12 p.m. or 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern all the way till I think 12 p.m. Eastern. So
So how does that? Did you set it up a numbered amount of races? How did
dude, I don't even know.
Yeah, because I believe you can do one where you could just say, okay, this is going to be 8 races, and then I mean, you have multiple lobbies. If you have more than 12 people, obviously it creates multiple lobbies, and then it just takes the total points at the end, um, and that's it shows the leaderboards and
Yeah.
points by
I'm
what
I'm going
place.
to have to go back in and
Yeah, because some you
chase.
can just have open so that and when people get in there they can play each other. Um, but then you can have some set up to be a specific time, a specific number of races, have it happen weekly, daily, monthly, or whatever.
It's weekly. I made it weekly, and I think it's just going to be from that allotted time period to time period. Whoever has the most points um, wins the tournament.
Okay, so
I'm
yeah, I mean, then I can get in
Yeah. Oh yeah,
later.
you can just get in later. And another thing that I want to announce, like I will be doing like prizes and giveaways in the next, like, once people get a hang of everything and unlock it. I didn't want to do prizes and giveaways now because obviously people got early copies, and stuff like that. Like, it would kind of be unfair and people haven't unlocked everything. But probably like starting in the next 2 weeks, you'll probably be seeing like some of them will have prizes and giveaways, but the rules might be a little different though. So there's like
Okay.
maybe no blue shells or anything like that. So yeah, so there'll be some interesting things coming up in the next couple weeks. So
Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, give everybody a chance to,
exactly, yeah.
that way if somebody can't say, oh, this person cheated, they did this or that, just we'll be able to like get it fine tuned, and
Mm.
then you can do that. So that sounds cool. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try my hand at setting up the tournament here or there.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'll
There's
definitely join.
there's just it seems like everybody wants to play this game, and it's cool because I was playing with the Red Knight from YouTube, Active Gamer Life. I joined
Nice.
his that Friday night, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of yours. I'm a fan of him, and
I'm
or
a
a
big
fan of
fan. I'm
you.
a big fan of Active Gamer
Yeah,
Life.
that
I'm a
dude's
huge fan.
cool, and it
Yeah.
was I'm gonna sound like a fanboy of his, but it was cool racing with him. GS4Y. That's something that you can't do. I mean, I don't know any other game where you could just create a lobby and say, hey, anyone that's a fan or wants to race, here you go. Go to this code and we can all race together. And it's just cool. I mean,
Hmm.
it definitely makes it more intense because you feel like you want to do your best to, you don't want to get last place with somebody that that you follow on YouTube and stuff. So this just adds a cool element that you don't get with any other game.
Well, I think it's finally what makes this game different, and I think what makes it like the separator. And as far as playing, it's just despite even like some of the online snafus and stuff like that, it's still such a great game to play with friends.
Mhm.
And the funny thing is that Nintendo games are always about that. It's just Nintendo's kind of behind when it comes to certain features. But when you actually start playing the game, man, it's just like, man, this is so good. Like, and we've had online for years now,
Mhm.
decades. We've had online, but there's just something different about when you're playing like Mario Kart. Like I said, because it's so unique. You can play, not to knock Call of Duty or any of those shooters, but I mean, you can play shooters like all the time online.
Mhm.
Like, there's so many of them, and a lot of them have really good online, but where can you say like, oh, man, I'm gonna play some Mario Kart online with a bunch of like people that love the game, like Nintendo fans? It's like
Mhm.
this is kind of like finally Nintendo, after almost going on 2 years now, finally delivers an online experience that where a lot of Nintendo fans can get excited for and enjoy. So I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
I share the same sentiments with you as actually being able to play with other people. Whether it be the gamers at large guys or some of the other people. I can't wait to actually do that. So it's going to be a
yeah.
lot of fun. And
I mean, I'd really love to challenge Zen Gamer. He's looking like he's doing pretty good in his uploads.
he's giving people seats, man.
I didn't expect him to have the game. Usually he doesn't get them right.
He got it digital.
Okay.
He did digital because he couldn't wait.
I went digital too, man. I
He
didn't want
could
to go to the store the next morning, and I wanted it that night.
because I feel bad for Zen because he lives in the Caribbean.
Mhm.
So I mean, it takes a while. It takes a while for the games to get there. But he said
Yeah.
enough. He said enough of this. He said, "Well, this is
Hey,
malarkey." He said
that's
enough of this malarkey.
at least they gave him that option, man. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
controller options covered. Buying options covered. They give you options, and a lot of people don't give them credit for that. I mean, you could play Wii Remote nunchuck I played last night because the A button's a little bigger and it's a little, doesn't make your thumb as sore. This is the only part of my body that doesn't like Mario Kart 8 is my thumb. So I'm
Yeah.
playing Wii Remote nunchuck. I got Pro controllers, got the gamepad, and you could use the Wii Remote tilting, and I think you could use the classic controller plugged into the Wii Remote. I'm not 100%, but
you can it's 4 of those too. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, just any option, they got it covered, and that way, you know, whatever you like, it's there. So Adam Sessler, if you're watching this, I know he isn't, but he complained that 3D World couldn't play it with the gamepad because the buttons weren't in the right spot or something. You know, it's all covered. There's no way anyone can complain about the options for controls, and they're just the controls. Speaking of, they're just tight, and there's a lot of depth there. Like I was saying earlier, it's not just get on the sport bike and make the corner perfect. You really have to relearn your drifting with the sport bikes versus all the other vehicles. So I'm looking forward to trying to master that a little bit better because I'm still struggling.
Completely agree. And then even like when you change characters, like it changes the speed, changes the handling, even when you're using the exact same setup. You know,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of different like I said, the balance and the tightness of this game just seems way better than Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart Wii. Like it's just more addictive, and like through making it simple in other parts and making it more complex in others, they really just made the game overall just much more fun, in my opinion. More fun than Mario Kart 7. This game absolutely destroys Mario Kart 7.
Oh,
like,
God.
I had some people ask me, should I get Mario Kart 7, you know, no. because I'm getting ready. Yeah, because I'm getting ready. I want to brush up. I'm like, no. I'm like, do not get Mario. Like, buy Mario Kart Wii if you want to buy Mario Kart Wii, but Mario Kart 7 is just, it's nowhere. It's not even in the same league. It's not even, the online's good in Mario Kart 7. It was the best online that they did, but as far as gameplay, there's no bikes, you know, in Mario Kart 7, which is that was just like an immediate turn off for me. It was like no bikes in Mario Kart 7. I bought the game, but like this game, they really just fine-tuned and tweaked everything to the point to where, you know, like I said, it's one of the most balanced Mario Kart games. You know, I'd probably say the most balanced Mario Kart game ever made.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've seen on 150cc and 100cc, I don't think I've seen a blue turtle shell. Yeah, maybe once.
Very few.
I don't know, but 150cc it pops up a little bit more. But what a difference in going from 100 to 150. I was going from first or second to sixth, seventh, or eighth, switching to 150cc. So there's some good challenge there, especially on the Special Cup. That damn Rainbow Road, those tight corners, man.
Yeah, I do have one comment though, as far as the blue shells go. One thing that I did notice is that the only time I was hit with blue shells is when I had a huge lead.
Yeah.
And I never lost my lead when I got hit with that blue shell. There was one time I know I got destroyed by a couple blue shells, but that might have been 100cc. But on 150, I've never been hit with the blue shell. Like, the only time is when I have this huge lead. When it's tight and it's close, haven't had a blue shell hit me. So, I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
True. Yeah, I had that same time I was way up. I even stopped to try to. My trick with Mario Kart 7 was to stop so that the people behind me would catch up and they'd get hit with it as well, because it has a pretty big radius when it explodes. That was always my tactic, because otherwise, you know, they'd just blow by us. So I always had the trick where I'd stop and go backwards. I'd hear it coming, and then as soon as I'd look behind me, and as soon as someone got close enough, then so they'd get hit with the blue shell too. But I tried it, and I was so far ahead in the one race that there was no one close. So, yeah, that's a good point. The balancing seems really good.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to get... I haven't got a blue shell yet, and I've played a ton of 150cc. You know, I haven't had a blue shell where I'm like, you know, it's close, but yet the other character is just far away enough to where they can just pass me up at the very end. Like Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 7, that happened to me way too much, to where it's like a close race, but they're just right behind me. I get hit with the blue shell on lap 3, and I lose. That has not happened to me yet. So I don't know if it will, but like I said, I've played well over maybe 200 matches of 150cc just playing stuff like that. I can't stop playing. Right now I'm playing, you know. So I can't stop playing this game while I have free time, you know.
Yeah, so that's why I want to do this live video in the morning before I had to go to my niece's birthday party, because it's the only time I'll have today, because I'll be playing Mario Kart later. Yeah. And just to touch on Mario Kart 7, for anyone that wants to know, it's like New Super Mario Brothers 2 versus New Super Mario Brothers U. Mario Kart 7 doesn't feel like it had the full attention and the full team versus Mario Kart 8 feels like the game that they wanted to make. Mario Kart 7 feels like a compromise. It just doesn't feel like the same uh, like track design, like the level of
I
you
think
know.
their focus was online play. I
Hmm.
really think that was their focus, like trying to make online play the best it could be, and I think that took up their time. At least that's just what I think because
Yeah.
there's no bikes. Why would you not include bikes? And bikes you have to do its own separate tweaking, its own.
Hmm.
And I just think
Yeah.
they're like, let's just not spend time on that. Let's spend time more on online because they introduced a lot of cool things with Mario Kart 7's online.
Oh yeah, I think they just had to get that game out. I think they might have
Yeah,
bumped
that's
it up
true.
because the
That's true.
3DS was struggling, and they knew they needed to get some games out. So
Absolutely
that
true.
might have
Because
been.
it came out that first year the 3DS launched.
Hmm.
That's pretty good for that's pretty good for a Mario Kart game. Usually
Yeah.
it won't come out that early, and that one came out less than a year.
Hmm.
That game was out. So
And I think they had Retro help them with some tracks. I mean, they
mhm.
were definitely crunched for time on that. But yeah, I mean, I think we've pretty much said what we're going to say about the game without doing an official review. So I love it. If you're watching this and you have a Wii U and you don't have Mario Kart 8, there's no question you should go buy it. I
If
mean,
you
I
don't
can't.
have a Wii U, go buy
Yeah,
it.
exactly. I mean, get that
That
bundle.
bundle.
I
Yes.
can't wait. And this is going to transition into the other topic I want to talk about is a lot of forums and stuff. People have been talking about what Mario Kart 8 sales are going to be, and then of course the other big game that released that same week was Watch Dogs. So you got this: is Mario Kart 8 going to outsell Watch Dogs?
No.
And I'm just like, okay, 6.2 million install base versus 200 million plus install base. I
Yeah,
mean,
like
get serious. I mean, it might. I think it's gonna be right there with the PS4 version of Watch Dogs, probably even maybe above. But what people are saying is, well, Mario Kart 8's gonna sell to the people who already own a Wii U. It's not gonna sell to it's not gonna sell Wii U's to people. And this is coming from non-Nintendo fans, so I always like to read what non-Nintendo fans say and what their opinions are. And basically, the consensus is Watch Dogs is a bigger system seller than Mario Kart 8 if you go to certain forums and stuff from the non-Nintendo fans. And I I don't know how anyone could be that wrong about something. I mean, Watch Dogs is a new franchise, and yeah, it looks promising and it's getting decent reviews. I'm not going to trash it or nothing. I haven't played it, but if you really think people are going to go out and spend $460, more people are going to go out and buy a PS4 for Watch Dogs than people are going to go out and buy a Wii U for Mario Kart 8. I can't believe people just think that way. And maybe I'm just a fanboy, but it's really hard to.
well, here's the thing. I don't know if they're completely off base, because Watch Dogs is going to help sell a lot of PS4s. I mean, it is. Now, do I think day one sales could be better?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, potentially. It could be better day one. But do I think over the long haul, what game is going to help sell systems more? Easily Mario Kart. Easily.
Yeah,
More people.
I should have made that point. I was thinking, not in the first week only. I was when
It's
I
it's the same as Super Mario 3D World. Like Super Mario 3D World, people were all like, "Oh, well, it didn't push as many at the beginning." But if you look at that whole stretch, and even in Japan, Super Mario 3D World helped the Wii U sell what it's been doing for a long period of time. And now you
Mhm.
have a game that's definitely Super Mario 3D World might be a better game than Mario Kart 8, in whoever's opinion, whatever type of game you like. But overall, the impact, Mario Kart 8 is going to have a longer impact and it's going to help sell systems for a longer period of time. So I think Watch Dogs maybe day one it could be a bigger system seller because of hype, but eventually, like if you look at the quality of the two games, and like I talked about this on my Players Across Nintendo, I got 4 hours with Watch Dogs, this past weekend, and over the longer course of time, I think Mario Kart 8 is a better quality game, and it's going to help sell the system longer. But day one hype, hype for
Yeah,
day one.
yeah.
So.
Day one. I mean, I honestly didn't see a Mario Kart 8 ad on TV, but I seen plenty of Watch Dogs, especially the Sony. A friend of mine, a Sony fan of mine, actually thought it was exclusive Sony
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 based on the commercials. So, yeah, I think Watch Dogs came out on the Tuesday, so the first week's gonna have 3 more days than Mario Kart 8.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like sales are all that important to me personally, but it definitely gonna I'm gonna pay attention with this game, Mario Kart, because this is the start of what I think is gonna be the turnaround for the system. And like you said, over the course of time, Mario Kart is going to continue to sell Wii U's to new people, versus Watch Dogs is going to be kind of a flash in the pan, I believe. And then with that, I want to discuss something. I've been wanting to do this for like almost a month. Um, I don't know if you've seen the most recent Watch Dogs comparison between the E3 2012 demo and the PC running on ultra settings of the final release, and to see just how much that game's changed from 2 years ago. Like the visuals, just night and day difference from just dynamic lighting and just amazing like smoke effects that are going to this dance club to now it doesn't look anywhere near as good as it did. And what is that noise?
Sorry, my stupid phone keeps on going off. Sorry about that. It won't stop. I keep on. Sorry about that.
So my question, and this is, I think it comes down, there's two possible scenarios with why that game doesn't look as good as it did 2 years ago. Because when a game's under development for 5 years, it shouldn't look better 2 years prior to its release than it does on its release. It shouldn't get worse. It should get better or stay the same. I mean, 2 years more of development time. There's absolutely no reason, if that game was up and running and they were playing a live demo like they said they were at that in 2012, there's no reason the game should look worse. So it's either one of two things that, in my opinion, that was not a live demo, and that was either a pre-rendered video with a guy pretending to play, or the other option is they dumbed down the PC version to look closer to the PS4 and Xbox One version, which either one of those I think is a serious problem. Because if they dumb down the PC version so I don't know why they would, but to make it look closer to the new systems, that's not, in my mind, that's not right. So, do you have any thoughts on that and my theory about those two possible scenarios?
Yeah, I have a couple thoughts that I want to talk about. Like I said, I've actually played the game. I
Mm-hmm.
put 4 hours into two hours into single player, just kind of messing around and doing a couple missions. Then another 2 hours into the multiplayer, and I think that it was definitely built on a target rendered super PC development PC. Like
Mm-hmm.
when they first showed it, and I can tell you, here's the reason why. There's obvious evidence why. The developers did not want to show the game at E3 2012. They didn't want to show it. They went on record even saying that. I think Jonathan Morin, the Watch Dogs lead director, he said that we didn't want to show the game, but the CEO of Ubisoft, I forgot what his name is, the guy's name. He's very. People always talk about it in the media. He wanted to show the game. He's like, no, we need to. He made them show the game. So they just showed, of course, what they're developing on target rendered, what they felt, what they thought maybe next generation at the time. Because remember, this is 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox One and PS4 are not even out yet, and they're built on the supercomputer. So obviously they don't have the dev kits ready to go and show at that time. They don't have everything ready. So I just think it was built on a supercomputer that nobody would be able to even play it, because even the PC version, the high-end PC version, doesn't look like that 2012 build.
Mm-hmm.
It looks worse, and that's running it on Ultra. So yeah, I have to agree with you with some of the points that you made. It was definitely built on something that was not what we were going to get, and I think it's also deceptive when you do stuff like that. You overhype something, and then when you actually get your hands on it, you start playing, and you're like, this isn't what they promised or what they said it was going to be. So, I don't know, but I mirror some of your statements about
Yeah,
that.
I can, CEOs, definitely have a tendency to make stupid decisions without thinking about the people below them. That the director of the game, it makes them look bad because they showed this game. And but the thing is, 2 years ago, if that was a supercomputer, there's computers out that some hardcore PC gamers have graphics cards. They have running two Titans and all this ridiculous RAM and stuff. So I know that they got to make it so that it can play well with the average PC, but it seems like they shouldn't had to drop it down so much. There should have been the option for somebody who had like an amazing rig to be able to run it at what they showed. So I don't know. It just seems like if you look at the PS4 to PC on Ultra, there's almost no difference other than the frame rate. So
yeah, pretty much.
I'm thinking there's probably a little bit of politics involved in that too. Because these new systems are, the hype for the PS4 and stuff. So
I haven't thought about that.
If the PS4 version looked significantly worse than a PC on Ultra, I think that would hurt the overall image of the new current gen systems and stuff. So maybe there's a little bit of politics there, maybe there isn't, but
there could be.
Yeah, it doesn't take away from the people are enjoying this game. Graphics, it looks like a pretty solid looking game, like from what I've seen. What do you got on the PS3 or on the PC playing it?
My buddy has it on the PS4.
Oh, on the PS4?
Yeah, I played the PS4 version.
I mean, to me, it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to say it looks terrible.
Graphics-wise, it looks good, or gameplay-wise?
Graphics-wise and gameplay, I think it looks like a solid game.
Graphics-wise, it's good for an open-world game. There's a couple of glitches here and there, even on PS4. Gameplay-wise, while I think it's okay, it's not the polish is not quite all there.
Yeah.
Gameplay-wise, it's better. It's a better debut than Assassin's Creed was, because I thought that game was trash.
Yeah.
When it first came out, I couldn't stand that game. I thought it was horrible. Still don't like it now, but they definitely helped, like with the the quality of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a better debut than the first Assassin's Creed. I'll give it that. But overall, I don't feel the game, just from a gameplay standpoint, is really that great.
Yeah, I've heard the driving's not that really.
No, the driving's not very good, and then some of the missions, like some of the stuff, can be very fun. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a good start, and of course, it's going to be a franchise, obviously. So they're going to get better, and it's going to get to the point to where it gets better and better. I think the next Watch Dogs game could be something truly special. But this one is just kind of like the beginning, and it's just not. There's too many platforms it was on. There's, it was. They didn't really focus on some of the things, and you can tell because there's some glitches and there's some issues here and there, even with the PS4 version of the game. But overall, I think it's a solid start, and it's a good start to the franchise. But just the overall quality is just not up to what I would expect for the hype.
Yeah, that's.
And what they talked about it.
That seems to be the case. I mean, more people are having fun just creating chaos than like the actual missions. Anything that I've watched, it seems like everyone's just trying to blow stuff up and do fun stuff like that. But that stuff gets old real fast, and if there's not a core like gameplay reason, reason to play the game other than just have fun and create chaos. I heard the cops are ridiculous. How aggressive they are, just like Grand Theft Auto 3. I couldn't play that game because of the AI was just terrible. The cops would just run into everything. It was just stupid, and I could never get into that game because of that. I didn't start I like GTA 4. It was a big improvement. GTA 5 was okay, but I got to give Rockstar credit. They definitely put out a pretty solid game other than the online with GTA 5 with what they did on those last gen systems. But that being said, did we need another open world game?
I mean, possibly. There's so many open world games. I mean, you have like Assassin's Creed. You have Watch Dogs here. You have
Far Cry.
GTA. You have Far Cry. There's so many different open world games, and I mean, they all have their good things about them, and they're all. I'm not trying to knock them, but with these open world games, and even like when you go to Skyrim, there's just so many glitches. There's just so many things. I think I would probably say Assassin's Creed does a good job of balancing that type of stuff. And Rockstar does too. They all do. Like I said, they all have their good things. But I mean, personally, me, I'm kind of sick of these type of games, and I don't even. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Rockstar or Grand Theft Auto or anything like, or even like I like Red Dead Redemption. That's probably my favorite open world game in the last few years. I
Mhm.
like it more than GTA. Just because it has like the old Western theme, and I like Red Dead. Like I played the original back on the PS2, um, but just personally, me like some of the quality in these games and some of the glitches and bugs, it's like I'm not sure if it's just not up to my level as far as quality that I
Yeah.
like. But overall, I still think it's a good game. It's going to do well, and people are going to have a lot of fun with it. When they start playing it.
Yeah, I mean, if you like that type of game, you'll probably like Watch Dogs.
Hmm.
I had my fill. I played Assassin's Creed 2 like 2 years ago. I got it cheap, and I tried Assassin's Creed 4, and after like 4 hours, it hadn't changed, and I was just like, I just played GTA 5, and I'm like, it's just the same stuff. Oh, and I played Far Cry 3, a year ago, like right now,
Hmm.
or a couple months, it was about a year, and it's so they pull in so many things from so many other games. Ubisoft. It's like you got the go to the high point to unlock the map and get your side missions. You got the bases now where you can like become fast travel points. On Far Cry, you had to take out these mercenary guys or whatever. On Assassin's Creed, there's like islands with I forget what they are, like the were they the English or something? You had to take out these islands and forts, and then that opened up stuff. And now with Watch Dogs, you got the the towers you hack into, and then you got these areas you got to take out the people, and that becomes a fast travel point. So it's just they take the same elements and then they just put a new setting and new characters. So for me personally, I was intrigued by the game, but now that I've seen people play it, it looks like if you like that type of game, you'll probably like it. But for me, it just looks like more of the same with just a new setting and
I,
not the
I I would wait till there's a price drop because I
yeah.
think there'll be one sometime soon, and,
Oh
and
yeah,
I
within a
think
month.
yeah, because it's on too many platforms. That's another thing. So the value also goes down a bit too. Usually of those type of games because it's on so many different platforms. I think wait or if you really can't wait, if you really must have it, then definitely go out and get it. But I definitely think that there's like you'll be able to get it on Amazon for $40 in like a couple weeks. You'll see like
Yeah,
some type of deal to where it's like 47 or something like that pretty soon here.
yeah,
Especially
and
like, it depends. Especially if you're going to get it like on PS3 or Xbox 360, I would definitely wait. That one's
mhm,
definitely going to be discounted sometime soon. Maybe not the
yeah.
PS4 version, but the PS3 and 360 version for sure.
Yeah, it'll be on Amazon's deal of the day within a month for 40. I'm sure they do
Mhm.
that, and it's one of those games. It's not gonna 3 years from now there'll probably be a sequel. I mean, for sure be a sequel within 2 years probably. So the original's value is gonna reduce significantly over time. Whereas like Mario Kart 8, that's the only Mario Kart we're getting this generation. So that'll be $60. Maybe you'll be able to see it for 55, 50 on sale somewhere. If you're lucky. But a year from now, 2 years from now, that game's still going to be at least $50. And just to get back to Mario Kart, that's just how the gaming industry is working right now. Nintendo games, they don't put out. They're not going to have Mario Kart 9 next year, but Watch Dogs 2 might be out in 2 years. So, um,
Watch Dogs 2 might be out next year.
yeah, because I mean, when I saw the Far Cry 4 poster, it's an island theme. It's some psychotic looking like dude with he's got his hand on some like islander or something like it's his slave or something. And I'm like, that's Far Cry 3 storyline. I mean, do we need another one already?
Yes.
That's a whole nother topic. It's just how often. Let's just push these games out. We're getting Assassin's Creed every year now, and probably if Far Cry 4 sells good enough, we'll
No,
get Far Cry every
we're
year.
getting two Assassin's Creeds.
Yeah, the
Two
three.
games in 1 year.
Yeah, because there's Unity, and then they released that the Vita version on PS3. Or is that the other one you were talking
No, I'm
about?
talking. There's one for the Xbox 360 and PS3. I think
Hmm.
it's called Codename Comet right now. There's
Yeah.
Unity for the PS4 and Xbox One. And if you want to be really cynical about the whole thing, you can count the standalone DLC, the Freedom Cry.
Yeah.
That starred the black dude from Assassin's Creed 4. That's a standalone. You can purchase that on its own. It has its own campaign.
And wasn't there that wasn't the Vita game ported to the PS3?
Yeah, that was a remake though. I'm talking about just like kind of like a all new games, you know. But yeah, that the what's it called? The remake was
Is it
ported
Liberty or something? Something Liberty?
Yeah, was ported to the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. So yeah.
There's just a lot of Assassin's Creed going on. Way too much. Way too much assassinating going on for my taste. I could go another 5 years before I'd be ready for another Assassin's Creed.
You know what the funny thing about Assassin's Creed is? Just I don't want to. I obviously I don't want to get too much off topic. You know what the funny thing about that is? It's like I don't know anybody who plays that game, but yet it sells so much.
Super Brothers plays it.
Okay, Super Brothers plays it, but I mean, like I don't know anybody personally. Like I know people that of course play Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know people that play Battlefield. All the popular games. I know at least a couple people. I don't have a lot of like close personal friends just because I don't, but. I know at least one of my friends that plays. I don't know anybody that plays Assassin's Creed yet. It's as popular as a Battlefield or a Call of Duty, you know, or anything like that.
They said that 4 shipped 10 million units. I don't know about the actual sales, but I mean, that's ridiculous. So
it's definitely, you know, if it's over 5 million, 6 million, that's more than Battlefield for the most part. So I mean, the fact that I just don't know who's buying these games every year.
I don't know. I mean. They say Nintendo fans we get the same game over and over, but then all these other people are buying all these other games every year, and like I said, we're buying one a generation. I mean, we'll be lucky to get another Donkey Kong type game in the next 3-4 years, or the 3D Mario game, maybe Galaxy 3. That's going to be maybe 2 years away if we're lucky. You know, Zelda, we get one per generation, sometimes two, and I don't know. It's just funny how people always point to Nintendo releasing a lot of games. Like, oh, that's Mario Kart 8. Oh, they already have 8 Mario Karts. It's been 22 years. I mean, it's been on 8 different systems over 22 years. And you know, they're talking about Forza Horizon 2 might be announced at E3 for this year. That would be the 7th.
That's pretty much a guaranteed thing.
That'll be the 7th Forza game in 9 years, and that's just a whole nother topic. But all right, it's the hour's up. I gotta be somewhere, but I appreciate you joining me. It's good times every time we talk, and it's hard to keep them under like an hour. It's like someone commented like, "Hey, you guys' videos are so long when you guys."
Yeah.
It's hard to talk about games when you are so passionate about it.
Definitely.
Keep it short. So we're gonna keep this right about an hour. So like I said, appreciate you for joining and get back to some Mario Kart 8. I'll be on the PE tournament later today. So thanks everyone who's watched. And Francis, you want any closing thoughts or comments?
Just check out playeressence.com if you want more details on the tournament. It starts at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central Time. And come join. It'll be pretty much all day. So for like 9 hours, so come have some fun, play some Mario Kart 8, and so just have a good time.
All right. Okay, guys, go buy Mario Kart 8 if you haven't, and we'll see you online.
See ya.